Okay guys, and today we're going to be doing another episode of my 100% Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask playthrough. In the last episode, what we did was we finished planting some magic beans. If y'all remember, we planted these magic beans right here. Sorry, I just want a little bit of music. So anyway, we planted these magic beans, and what you want to do is you want to write them up, and I'm going to come over here, and this is the part that I've been dreading since I ended last episode. Because I am never very good at this. And that was whenever I did it on a controller. So with the keyboard, I feel like it's not going to make me any better. So anyway, before you decide to use that, you're going to want to try and kill this guy if you can. One way you can do it is dropping Deku Nuts, but as you can see, I'm not good at it. And every time you fail, you have to restart from the beginning. So gotta get caught, go back outside, and go and redo this over and over. So I'm probably just going to be using save states a lot. Sorry for those people who are on console, but I suck at this, so I am going to be using save states a lot in this video because I just don't want to waste 2 hours of my life trying to complete this one part of a game that I'm really bad at. I've made that clear already. I'm pretty bad at this part. So anyway, you're going to want to try and shoot that guy down. Or, well, you are going to want to shoot him down. Unless you're really good and you can drop a Deku Nut before he hits you with one of his nuts. So anyway, same thing here. Just want to hit this guy off. Ooh, nice. Intercepted my snot bubble in midair. Oops. Every time you see the screen lag like that, by the way, that's me saving the state. Just in case I fail and have to restore my save point. That's all that is. So anyway, earlier today I actually was recording Happy Wheels, and I was actually wondering, like, do some of y'all want to maybe make me some levels? Cause if so, that'd be really great. And I need to kill this guy first. Don't jump up. I'm gonna kill this guy first. At least you're not on a moving platform, so at least it should be a little easier to aim if he doesn't shoot it down in midair. That's just dandy. Screw you and you shooting it out the air. So, anyway, I wonder, what should we talk about? Oh yeah, trying to make this public. For those of you who are watching, you know, share my channel around if you can. You know, even if it's just a few extra people you can get to subscribe, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Beyond anything y'all know. That would be the greatest thing to me ever. Like, honestly, that would be like an early Christmas. If y'all share this and I can get more subscribers, that'll be my Christmas right there. Finished, complete. Nothing better than that. Sorry about that. Had to take a little sip of my OJ. Because I've been noticing my mouth's been drying up a lot while doing this, so I had to grab me a drink. And that was actually pretty good. I usually don't do that until like maybe the 6th or 7th time. So anyway, with this guy, you're going to want to take out your ocarina and pull it out in front of him because he wants to teach you a melody to open up the temple. Oh, what kind of voice should I do for this guy? I'm trying to think. No, that's not important now. Just listen to me. No, that sounds too much like the fairies. I was just trying to find out about the poison, so I went to the waterfall temple about the waterfall. But the temple had become a monster's lair, and the princess was captured by the monster. Since the Deku King thinks I kidnapped the princess, he won't listen to a word I say. Now the princess is in trouble, so I must now hurry to the temple and save her. Do you understand my plight? Yes. So it's mixed between the fairy and Skull Kid's voice, which is hard to do, so probably won't be using many accents for these people because, oh my god, that is hard to do. Anyway, we're learning the Sonata of Awakening. to awaken the sleeping temple. Also, I hope you like that the little bit of sound that can be picked up from the microphone. I try not to keep it too loud, but whenever I'm not talking, I think it's a pretty good thing to be able to listen to that. But tell me if y'all want it louder to where y'all hear it more, because it would be harder for me to speak over the game. But if y'all would like that, tell me. Turn up the volume next time, and then y'all be able to listen to the music more than y'all listen to me. Which doesn't make no sense, but if y'all want that, if y'all want to listen to music more, perfectly fine with me. Just tell me down in the comment section, write something like, I want the music better, your voice sucks. You sound like a weird old kid who just doesn't know how to do anything, doesn't know how to make YouTube videos, which I probably don't, because I'm just starting. So don't get on me like that. I can do what I want. For those of you who don't know, I'm living in America, so I can make YouTube videos if I feel like it. Nobody can tell me, no, you can't do it because it's against the law. There's no law against not being able to do YouTube. At least not where I live. If there's some places that don't allow it, I feel bad for those countries. I sincerely do. That must be a sad life. Not being able to get on the internet and do what you want. But hey, some countries are different than others, so I wouldn't doubt if at least one place doesn't allow it. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't, because that would feel like it would sort of be like an infringement on our First Amendment, where it's a freedom of speech, and YouTube is basically you talking and doing what you want. So, and also during YouTube, if you look at upload, it says publish, which is just like a newspaper, and you have freedom of press in the world also, because of our First Amendment. So I still don't see how that happens. Also, I should read these just without an accent. I'll read the next text boxes that come up. I'll just read them, but just without an accent. Except for the ones like the fairies or Skull Kid, because those are pretty easy to do. Anyway, a song of Soaring, which will be really great for traveling around fast. I press left. I feel like this game cheats you. Like it doesn't want you to go fast with it. So anyway, Song of Soaring, which all those previous owl statues that you've hit, that's why I'll like point out loud whenever I would get owl statues, because you can now warp to any owl statue that you've hit. There are a lot more, but if you haven't hit them yet, then you won't be able to warp to them. So I didn't want to jump into that. So once that's over, I want to come over here, and this is where we can actually start getting into the temple part of Woodfall. The Woodfall Temple. Where I'm not even lying that it complicates me. Pretty much every dungeon in this game complicates me, because I wasn't a kid who spent 50,000 hours of my life playing Zelda, because I wasn't alive. Trust me, if I was, I probably would have, because I really, really love Zelda. As you can probably tell, seeing as though it's the first LP I'm doing of any game ever. So come on, make it back. Yeah. Sometimes if you like get hit and get knocked off, then you can do what's called it's basically a spawn trap, where like these people, every time you respawn back on the platform from drowning, they're like right there next to you to stop you from being able to step onto the platform. So you basically get knocked off again, and that keeps happening on a constant loop, which I hate. Ooh, perfect timing with that Deku Nut. And with the Deku Nuts in midair, you have to watch out if you're like actually, if you're moving, because if you're moving, obviously the Deku Nuts have inertia, the resistance to a change in motion. So they'll want to keep moving forward. They won't want to stop and drop right below you. So you want to do it a little before you actually get to the platform. So anyway, we're going to want to use this, and over here it's not important right now, but I feel like we should still go check it out. Over here is where we turn in our stray fairies. Oh, please make it. Oh, so close. So anyway, this is where we turn in our stray fairies. So I'm still going to show it to you because I want to go into the temple with full magic. So you just want to come over here. And in here will be the broken upgrade fairy. And also another interesting thing about this is I'm not going to be showing off in this Let's Play because it's a really big glitch. But there's some way using like getting up to the top of that pole and then jumping out of bounds using the infinite sword glitch and bomb hovering to where like you can like stand in midair and go places to actually get outside of this fairy fountain. And since every fairy fountain in the game is interconnected, that means that if you can get out of bounds and go left or right, you can actually get to like the Snowhead fairy fountain, then leave, and then you'll be in Snowhead or Stone Tower or any other ones. You can even get to Clock Town from one of these fairy fountains, which I see really useful if you're trying to speedrun this game because you don't have to like do any of the side quests that might make it, some of them you won't have to do the side quests that usually make it harder to get there, like Snowhead. You won't have to like go talk to the guy and get the lullaby and everything. You'll walk right out like underneath the temple, and you'll just be able to like walk right into the temple, which I find really great. But sadly, I'm not going to be using it because, like I said, I don't believe in glitching in games. I think it's unfair, and it shows a lack of skill if you have to like basically cheat to try and beat a game. I really don't like glitching at all. But if y'all want to see some glitches, I could try them, but I've never been really good at glitching out games. So anyway, you're going to want to come over here because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that there's actually a heart piece, I think, but like I've previously mentioned, I haven't played this game a lot, so I'm just making random guesses at this point. Ooh, good guess. I was just thinking piece of heart because it was so out of the way, and it would be an extreme waste of time if it was anything but a piece of heart. But anyway, one thing we're going to want to do real quick is use the Song of Soaring and head over to the Southern Swamp because it's almost becoming the second day, and we're actually going to want to turn in that pictograph we took. And I forgot to hit the owl in Clocktown for some reason, because whenever I was coming up here, I was just trying to hurry. I wasn't thinking about, hey, I should probably hit this one specific owl. I wasn't really thinking about that because I don't really usually think about that stuff. Usually I just do it automatically, but like I said, I was just trying to hurry to get to the start of this, so to get back up to where we were after the system restore. So I had to wait so I had to skip a lot of stuff in hopes of getting here. So anyway, if you turn in the picture of the king, then he gives you a heart piece, which is great because now we have 5 hearts and an extra half of a heart. And I think another way to get a prize from him, I'm not sure, but if you actually get a prize, but it's some way to get a reaction out of him, and that's to take a picture of his son, which for those of you who don't know, spoilers, is Tingle. I doubt many people don't know about that, but yes, the big burly guy who runs the pictograph stand has a son who thinks he's a reincarnation of a fairy. Hold on, we gotta beat this Stalfos, guys. Right. Dead. So anyway, let's not miss this time. Let's not miss. Okay, so sorry about that, guys, but I actually reached the recording time of my video, so I decided why not just make an extra long video. So anyway, hold on. We should probably get a better picture of him. There we go. No. There we go. Okay. So anyway, we're going to make an extra long Majora's Mask video because I sort of got cut off in the middle of what I was doing. So we're going to make this video super long because I love you guys and y'all are really great, and I got 3 extra subscribers, which is awesome. I'm more than doubled because of you guys. So, aw, forgot. What a racist. But anyway, so we're going to make an extra long video of Majora's Mask. So we're going to want to do this, and whoa, a silver rupee! Oh my god, I didn't even know that! Oh my god, guys! I'm rich! Okay, so anyway, we're going to soar back to Woodfall, and we're actually going to get into this temple and start going a little bit into this temple. We might collect a few stray fairies, get a bit of the ways into the dungeon, but I'm not sure I can do it in less than 15 minutes. I can surely try, but I just don't think I'll be able to. So anyway, we will try, guys. This is going to be a try video for the fastest time of beating this dungeon. So anyway, no! Little fairy victory! That wasn't anywhere near close to me, but I'm not complaining because I like having fairies anyway. Check out Stray Fairies, man. And I actually really like this game because the bow is the first dungeon item you get, which is awesome. So anyway, you're going to want to play the Sonata of Awakening, but you have to be a Deku scrub, because if you're a human, it doesn't work. You can actually see that right below you, they have an image of a Deku scrub, and that's actually a hint that you're supposed to play it as a Deku scrub. Playing it as just normal Link won't do anything. So anyway, since it's called the Sonata of Awakening, apparently it's supposed to mean like we're waking the sleeping temple, like I said earlier, because apparently this dungeon fell asleep underneath the poisonous lake. So it's called the Sleeping Temple or whatever. And I don't need to do that. And also that flight, it makes it seem really close. So like you're not gonna get it. But you barely get it. I don't like that. So anyway, we're gonna want to come in here and shoot this down, because I think that releases a stray fairy. Nope. I remember there's somewhere that you have to shoot it down to get a stray fairy. Maybe that's later in the dungeon? Because I do remember there's one point where you have to shoot down a hive in order to get a stray fairy. But I guess that must be later in the dungeon. But anyway, we're going to want to come over here and fly over to this chest, where we'll be getting our first stray fairy in a chest. So once you grab that, you want to switch out and use the Stray Fairy's mask to bring this stray fairy over to you, where we will now have 2. And if you saw right there earlier, you saw the shimmering effects in the hair. Now they're gone. I'll show you in the next room what they look like. But their shimmers whenever they're stray fairies, so I'll be using that a lot because I do not know where every stray fairy is. And in the later dungeons, you might actually see me cut a few times to figure out where the stray fairies are, because I do not feel like looking up walkthroughs at all. So like even like later on with the side quests and everything, I'll be doing all of those off of memory and searching. So you see right here, the hair is giving off these purple particles, and that means there's still stray fairies in this room, which I know where this one is. You just want to hop down over here, and it's in one of these jars. There you go. And then there's another one, right? Yeah. So anyway, where is this one? I think you get this one. Oh no, I think you have to kill this little thing. I remember having to kill an enemy. Yeah, see? Kill that guy, you get a 4th stray fairy. And also with these little poisonous lily pads, don't stay on them too long or else they will clamp you up and then throw you into the poisonous death. So anyway, we're gonna come over here. And I think this is the room with the hive you have to shoot down, not the first room. So you might want to come over here, and I think this is the compass. Oh no, small key. See, I told you, I do not know these dungeons. So anyway, don't want to do that. You want to bring out your bow shooter, seeing as though it's your only ranged weapon. Want to hit that down, and then equip the Great Fairy's Mask, which will bring the stray fairy towards you. And no more stray fairies, that's just the stray fairy particles, so we're done with stray fairies in this room. I knew that there was some room like that. Okay, so I'm gonna dive over here, and you want to come over to this door, where I think there's a little mini boss you have to fight. Not really a mini boss, just to get the map. Yeah, these are just some enemies. So basically, what you want to do to beat these guys is just make them start rolling towards you, and then jump into these, and then jump out whenever they're right above the flower, and that'll cause them to get killed. Oh wow, I'm sucking really bad at doing this. Really, really bad. I am doing so bad. What the heck? Okay, there we go. That didn't take forever in a heart. Oh my god. I'm just doing bad this episode. My goodness. Because like I said, also with this game, the controls, aren't as responsive as some of the newer games, and I've gotten used to the responsiveness with the newer games. So really, it's just my nervous system doesn't have fast enough reflexive time in order to keep up with this game. So I'm a little lagging behind whenever I'm supposed to be doing stuff. Whenever I'm supposed to be moving around and getting out the way, I'm a little bit slow because this game takes a couple of seconds whenever you input any buttons. So anyway, you only want to use the small key over here. And if you see down there, there's another stray fairy, but we'll be getting that in a second. So anyway, you're going to want to push this block once to get it out your way. Then you're going to want to bounce over to here. And you're going to want to kill this guy, because this guy's annoying. It takes just one shot, and he gives you a stray fairy. Nice. That's good. So anyway, after that, you want to come and push this block out of your way. And then I think that there's another stray fairy underneath this. I think, yeah. See, I know, guys. I know how to play this game. At least some of it. A lot of it's lucky, guys, and the fact that I just recently started playing this game on the actual N64. But then my controller broke. So anyway, I'm going to take these guys over to this lamp. And you want to be quick about this, so light this lamp, and the moth should follow. You should follow the light over there, which is annoying, because the moths in this game are apparently super moths that can damage you pretty badly at that. Oh, I hate these guys. Especially because our sword is so weak, because it's not the gilded sword. That's one thing I will never forget, how to get the gilded sword, unless my brain gets damaged. And then I can't remember anything. And then I feel really bad because I lied to you guys about never forgetting it. But you know what can you do if your brain gets damaged and then you can't get it back? Because the brain can't be fixed nor replaced. Well, at least not yet. You know, I've read this book series Ugly's Pretty Specials and Extras, where they tried to replace parts of the brain, but it didn't work. And actually, I encourage y'all, go and read that book. It's actually a really good book. Well, series of books. Starting off with Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. It's a pretty good series, and I really enjoyed it. And the weirdest thing was that it was a school book. I was required to read it for school, and I almost missed that. But yeah, it was actually a really good book, and once I read the first one for school, Uglies, I decided to read the other ones because my sister had actually gotten them a while back on one of her field trips where they stopped at Barnes & Noble. So I decided to read those, and they are really, really good. I encourage you. For anybody who's into like science fiction stuff, I encourage y'all to go read that series because it's a really great, book series, and it shows a little bit about how the future might be different. I think it's actually really realistic about how the future will be different than what we've all been imagining it to be, super high-tech stuff where everybody's happy and everybody's fat and everything. I think it's a real different take on that just same old future that everybody predicts, So I think that it's really, really good. And I encourage anybody who hasn't read it to pick it up, read it. It's a really great series, and it really shows just how good some books that don't sound interesting can be very interesting. Like at first during Uglies, I was like, what the heck is this author talking about? But after a little bit, I actually grew extremely interested because of just how detailed and specific and how different it was compared to other futures, like I've been saying. So there isn't really much comparison of people's ideas of the future. Like there's almost no resemblance at all. So I really like that, and it's a 4-part series. It isn't too expensive, but if you're like a kid or something, like I am, it can be a little difficult to afford stuff like that. But hey, maybe if like Christmas is coming up, maybe ask your parents, can they stop at Barnes & Nobles and go buy you a book? Because you want to feel special this year. Screw getting fun things. Be educational, kids. Don't lose all your brain power because of the holidays. I've seen that happen a lot. Or after Christmas break, all the good kids in class turn into complete idiots. Especially some more than others, where some just I feel like they should still be in 4th grade after Christmas break. And honestly, I hate it that sometimes the teachers, they'll review for an entire 2-3 weeks everything we've done. Any sort of concepts or how to solve problems that we've done, and they'll reteach it all. And it takes so long. And why did I take that off? I needed that. But yeah, that's one thing that I say about teachers, and most teachers do it, some don't, and I love those that don't. Because it seems like such a waste of time that some do it. It's just not worth it to me. But anyway, you're going to come and press the switch, which will give you a shortcut. And I think up ahead is going to be the main boss, so we'll save that for next episode. Anyway, guys, this has been another episode of my 100% playthrough of Majora's Mask, and hope you enjoyed this episode and a little bit of weird things I started talking about. And anyway, I will see you next time. Or not. Let's go fight this mini boss. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. I'm not gonna cut till I enter the mini boss area. Come on, let's go. Let's go, mate. 1v1 me, bro. Oh god. Oh god.